Ladies and gentlemen, this is number 3 on the flight card, the match made in the super featherweight division. We have 6 rounds of boxing in the duration of 2 minutes each round. Presenting and introducing the competitor on our left fighting in the blue corner, wearing the orange and black strip, weighing into their 9 stone and 2 pounds from Hull, Luke Fash. His opponent across the ring and fighting out the red corner, wearing the black and gold strip, weighing into their 9 stone and 2 pounds. From Maidstone, the county town of Kent, Chris Medway. 16 years of Gillingham.
There's a roar from the crowd there as Chris Matthews' name was announced, so it's good to see that he's got so many supporters following him.
Second round, first round.
Chris Matthews coming out straight away with double jab and a right hand to the head. Starting fast. At his debut earlier this year, only 1 win under his belt. He's quite inexperienced. But Chris Matthews is a very, very good fighter. I've seen him train a lot. And he puts the work in, trains hard. Luke Fash also inexperienced with just 1 fight. That was a loss back in October. Travelled down from Hull tonight. I can't imagine he's going to want to travel all that way. Come down just to concede the fight. So I imagine as the last 2 fights have been, this could be a good spectacle. Double jab there from Matthews while Luke Fash on the back foot. Dropping his right hand slightly as he throws that jab, which is something that if Fash is clever enough, he can pick up on that. Long looping right hand there from Chris. Fash seems to have opted to cover up and sit on the end of these shots, which is something that he's not going to want to do, because he's not going to pick the points up that way. Looking for the counters there, but Chris Matthews was clever. And now got caught over the top there, Chris Matthews. Referee calls a break in the action. A nice little jab onto a left hook there from Matthews. Luke Fash just plodding forward, looking to counter on the end of Chris Matthews' shots. A very little success there, Luke Fash, and it was a good round from Chris Matthews. Not too much to pick holes in that round. Like I said earlier, he's dropping his right hand off the back of his jab. And that's something, again, that Luke Fash's corner might pick up on. Luke Fash not listening to his corner man. He's more interested in looking at the ring card girls, giving a little nod of approval as she walks past. Good to see he's taking it seriously. Again, Chris Matthews comes out and he wants to be first every time. And the same style from Luke, great left right there. Try and look for big shots over the top is going to be enough. Seemed to catch Chris Matthews there, but if Matthews is clever enough to keep his hands up and stay composed during this fight, Luke Fash is going to cause him very little problems, because this plodding forward style is not going to do too much. You can see everything that's coming. Heads come close there. Chris Matthews working ways on the right, great right hand over the top. A good little bit of work from the inside there. Luke Fash showing some flash of good skills there. Luke Fash holding and hitting, but the referee deems it to be legal. Another 1-2 there from Chris Matthews, putting the distance between the two fighters again. Great jab as Luke Fash come in there from Chris Matthews. And again, Chris Matthews first to the punch. Chris Matthews working away on the outside of the ring here. Luke Fash managing to hold the centre. But that seems to me to be more, that's what Chris Matthews wants, rather than he's letting himself be walked around the edge of the ring. He likes to move around, and as you can see now he's dancing. He's just switched southpaw very, very briefly. Another good round there, and another Matthews round for me. I'm going to keep my eye on Luke Fash to see how he improves of this ring card girl. That seems to be all he's worried about in between the rounds. While Chris Matthews sits in his corner, looking at his trainer, listening to every word he says. That's what you like to see. Just as they call the fights out for the third round, I'm going to say a word from our sponsors. For all your fight nutrition needs, be sure to visit Campbell Nutrition, campbellnutrition.co.uk. Supplements, put the W next to your name. Great products, great prices, great service. Chris again taking the edge of the ring, taking his time, looking for the shots, stalking his opponent. Looking for the big right hand there. Fash seems to be getting up on his toes a little bit in this round. He seems like he's come out a little bit more up for this round, but no great action as of yet, with Chris Matthews again looking to be first to the punch. Chris Matthews flicking his jab out. Seems to be worked into a corner there, but the wild shots from Luke Fash missed. Chris Matthews was clever enough to step to the side and let him go past. Two lovely jabs there from Chris Matthews. Luke Fash giving him very little in this round, so Chris is going searching for it, and he's doing a good job of that. It's good to see that Chris Matthews not rushing in here. A man who's just had one fight. Got caught with a body shot there as he threw a wild right hand over the top there. As they say, the commentators curse me saying about him not rushing in. He goes in with a wild right hand and gets caught off the back of it. Again, he's back on the back foot. And again, he's dropping the right hand as he's throwing his jab, and I think Luke Fash seems to be looking for something. I'd like to see a little bit more action here from Chris Matthews, just to give something for Luke Fash to think about. Because at the moment he's just letting him walk him down. And although I still believe this is no more than an even round, Luke Fash seems to be fighting the sort of fight he wants to fight. Again, Chris Matthews listened to every word that his trainer's saying. It's good to see that. It's nice to see when a guy sits in the corner, he's taking advice. Because that's what the trainers are there for.
Corners 10 seconds. Six hours, round 4.
Chris Matthews again trying to be first to create the action. Luke Fash coming in there low of his head there. The referee pulling Chris Matthews up for pulling his head down. That is one thing that you do tend to get when a taller fighter is fighting a smaller fighter. Luke Fash stalking him again and walking him round, and Chris Matthews not doing much of it. He needs to put a bit more work into these rounds because they could start slipping away from him. Mixed opinions here at ringside. For me, I've got Chris Matthews a round up. The guys to my right are scoring the fight in favour of Fash. Good 1-2 there from Chris Matthews. Things are starting to warm up a bit now with both fighters looking to throw, and Chris Matthews there hitting after the break. Referee's pulled enough on that, but no point deduction, rightly so. Luke Fash again walking him down, hands up, that high guard, plodding in, coming in with wild shots over the top. He seems pretty measured though, he seems to know what he's doing with that. Lovely little right hand there from Chris Matthews, just slipped off the glove of Luke Fash. Two jabs there from Chris Matthews, trying to keep the action going. Again, he's been pinned into the corner by Luke Fash, not what you want to see from the home fighter. He seems to be giving this round away. That for me was a much better round from Luke Fash there, and he dominated that round pretty much all the way through. I'd like to see a little bit more action from Chris Matthews here. I know he's got in the tank. I've seen that boy train, and he's trained very hard when he's in the gym, running up and down the hills on the weekend. He seems to be just letting that last round slip away from him, and I hope that's not going to be the case for the next two rounds. He needs to get this under control now and start pulling away.
Bonus 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
I'd like to see Chris Matthews try to take the centre of the ring a little bit more. Getting held up against the ropes here, although he's caught Fash there. A nice little shot, and Fash seemed to stand still for a second. I don't know if that's part of his style or if he was actually stunned. Chris Matthews holding back too much for me. I think he really needs to take the reins of this fight and start pulling away a bit. Lovely jabs there. That's much better work. That's what he needs to do. He doesn't need to rush in. He doesn't need to start throwing loads of shots. He needs to make sure his work that he does do is accurate and precise. And basically just needs more of it. There's just not enough work coming from Matthews, in my opinion. Luke Fash rolling his hand up, trying to show off. I don't think he's in a position to do that yet. It's not as if he's running away with the fight. And there's a slip there from Luke Fash. And good sportsmanship from Chris Matthews there. He looked like he was going to hit him while he's down, but he see that it was a slip and that he was on the floor and he stopped. couple of little left hooks there from Luke Fash and a lovely right hand in return from Chris Matthews. Again, he's looking for that. He can't look for the same shot over and again because Luke Fash looks like he's looking for shots, not just rushing in there. And he seems to be looking for counter punches. So Chris Matthews got to be careful throwing similar shots each time.
Bonus 10 seconds. Seconds out, 6 and last round.
Fighters go to the middle ring, touch glove, and now they're ready again for action. Both are coming out looking like they're really up for this last round, and it's a very, very hard fight to score. For me, Chris needs to take this round with higher work rate. I think he's had the better shots and the better accuracy throughout the fight, but I feel for me Luke Fash has pressed the fight. Although I don't think he's done much more work, he has pressed the fight. He's always been on Chris Matthews' case, and depending on how you score it, that could be a deciding factor. A lovely shot there from Chris Matthews. Caught Luke Fash right on the point of the chin as he was coming in. But again, the work rate stopped from Chris Matthews. It'd be nice to see him step on that. Poking his jab out again. Looks like they're sizing him up for something. It's taking a little bit too much time for my liking. He's turned southpaw. First time he's done that in this fight, other than in flashes. I don't know how that's going to work for him. Luke Fash, probably the first time in the whole fight that Luke Fash has been on the back foot. He's obviously felt the power of those shots, and again he looked very, very much off balance after that left hook, showing that Chris Matthews definitely getting to him. Switches back to an orthodox position and catching a lovely shot over the top, and that's better. That's a bit better work rate. A lovely uppercut there from Luke Fash, caught him flush as he was leaning forward. Sizing him up again. Luke Fash coming in there with right hand, catching Chris Matthews on the arms. Not much in return. That was another great fight. Very, very hard to score. For me though, I think Matthews nicked it with that last round. It was a much better performance in the last round from him. Hopefully it wasn't too little too late. In my opinion, I don't think it was. Be interesting to see what the referee's card says.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is declaring that scores that contest 57 points to Luke Fash and 58 points to the winner, Chris Matthews.
Just like I expected, Chris Matthews gets his hand raised in a very, very tight fight. Another great fight for the crowd, and you can hear by their applause, they absolutely loved it.
Let's not forget the
It's the third fight on what is a brilliant show so far. I'm really, really impressed with this promotion. And you can hear the crowd chanting Chris Matthews' name. Great to see.